have another e-tutorial I would like to share with you, and that has to do with the psychiatrist named Dr. Karen Horney, and that is who my chair is named after. I am the Karen Horney Professor of Counseling and Psychology here. And when I was asked to pick a chair, I was determined to find a woman that I could relate to, because I think it's very important for those of us who are women in the field to support and honor those who have come before. And when I thought about that, Karen Horney came to mind, because she dared to be different at a time when it was not necessarily appreciated. She was born and raised in northern Germany, and she lived in Berlin and grew up in Hamburg. And she went to medical school, which was also very unusual for women at that time to be able to go to medical school, but she was determined to do that. And she majored in psychiatry, and she was trained as a psychoanalytic therapist, although she never met Sigmund Freud, much to his dismay. He never could quite figure out, apparently, why she never traveled to Vienna to meet him. But nonetheless, she trained under psychoanalytic psychiatrists and became a psychoanalyst herself. And while she was still living in Germany, she became very interested in feminine psychology and began to notice that there were differences between male and female. And she was not very happy with Freud's explanation of female development. I am not currently offering this class, but it is also going to be offered in the near future. I'm going to offer a course on Karen Horney's feminine psychology, focusing on most of the writing that she did about feminine psychology, which was done before she came to the United States. She came to the United States in the mid-1930s, and by that time she really was finished, if you will, writing about feminine psychology. When she was asked later on why she stopped writing about it, her answer was rather interesting and kind of one I appreciate. She said that she realized it's all human psychology, and she wanted to focus on people and not necessarily one gender or the other. That sort of reminds me of Carl Jung, who talks about the animus and the anima, and how we males have a feminine side and females have a masculine side, and the point is to help merge the two. We're not all masculine or all feminine. We have both traits. I like to call them human traits. But anyway, she did write a lot. It got her into a lot of trouble with the traditional psychoanalytic societies you can appreciate. In fact, she wrote a book, New Ways in Psychoanalysis, in which she tried to honor Freud, but clearly disagreed with him on many issues, not the least of which was his feminine psychology. And as a result, she was thrown out of the New York Psychoanalytic Institute, where she had been a supervisor. And she walked out with her head high and formed her own institute at that point, and about 16 others, I believe, including Clara Thompson and Harry Stack Sullivan, walked out with her in support of her. They later went separate ways, but that's another tale. But anyway, she had that theory, and that's going to be a course offered hopefully in the next few weeks.